anniversary season, and we're going to be bringing it hard. Let me introduce you my partner in crime for 10 years in a row, DeAndre Wadlington, the defending Super Bowl champion.
West Side, come on, you see that ring, bling bling.
Let's get this party started. We're gonna grade the draft. We're gonna make our picks, and we're gonna have this is our kickoff show. Let's get it started.
All right, here we go. This is our first time grading the draft. I think last year we did a little something, but we're actually going to go through some of the teams this year. We're going to start off with my man, Big Timer. Big Timer, I actually gave you a C, and that's generous. You weren't even here, so I can't get on you. I can't get down on your team. You took the next available. If it was up to Mad Dog, you would have took the worst available. But we saved you. You're doing pretty good. Breeze is gonna carry you all year. You're gonna be good there. The only question mark now, and this is only because we know, because we've seen the game, you're gonna be without Colston. That's going to hurt you a little bit this year. He's going to be out for about 4 weeks. You don't know what Maurice Jones-Drew is going to do. I think overall your team is still solid. You're going to get a C. As far as coaching though, your season's definitely going to come down to coaching, and right now we got you at a D. You don't make a whole lot of adjustments within the year. You do from time to time, you do okay, but not really good. But if you can take this bunch and make it into the playoff, I'll turn that D to a B.
I kind of agree. Welcome back, Benji's D's Nuts, back in the league. We missed you last year. We missed your money. Thank you again for your contribution this year. Your draft picks, you were solid wide receiver, decent quarterback. I think you took a hit on a couple wide receivers or running backs that are going to keep you in this game. Why you drafted the third string running back, I don't know. A kicker on IR. That's why your coaching style's an F. That's why you're going to take this team that's really should be a B grade. You're going to fuck this thing up and get a C minus. You're probably going to just barely make the playoffs, if not fuck it off and be gone.
I have to agree that F is for sure. F is for final. Crazy Cougs, my man, Cougs, I got to give you a lot of credit, man. You had a really solid draft. Somehow you snuck Frank Gore in there on the 3rd round. I don't know how we let that happen, but we did. Oh, I know how we let that happen, because people were taking some crazy-ass picks before you. But anyway, you do have Ahmad Bradshaw. I think he'll have a solid season. With these beasts of wide receivers that you have starting off up here, I think you're going to be just fine. Macklin will probably get to his old self soon. I think where you're going to get hurt at is at quarterback. Looked like you took a little bit of a gamble. Sam Bradford could have a good year. Maybe. I just wouldn't put my Super Bowl hopes on him. Colt McCoy, I don't even know why you drafted that guy. I'm giving you an overall B. As a coach, I'm giving you a B as well. Somehow you always seem to make it into the playoffs, get close to the finals, do your doggone thing. I'm giving you a B. Make good adjustments.
Slam, I think your team name starts with an S and it's 4 letters, but I think you should change it to suck. Because here's why you suck. You took Michael Vick. We know he doesn't play 16 games. He's going to get hurt. You're going to back him up with David Garrard, who's already been released. Then what you do is you took some good chances at running back. You're solid. Your wide receivers are not going to be the same as last year. Your coaching style grade is an F. I don't think you have any. You got one good defense. Your kickers are average. And I don't think you can take this lineup. I don't think you're a good coach. I think you're a shitty coach. I think your team showed it last year. You were weak, and you're going to be weak again this year. I'm going to give you a C+ on your draft. I'm going to give you F for coaching. You missed the playoffs.
F again, and I'm going to say that F is full. Thanks, full the money. Oh, we're going on to all day right now. All day, my brother Steve. I try not to be too hard on you bullshit. I try to give you shit any chance I can. But I can on this lineup. You did pretty good. LaShawn McCoy is a great pick. I think he's going to have a good season. Chris Johnson's a beast. He did report extremely late, but I think as long as he doesn't get hurt, he'll have a huge season. Deshaun Jackson, again, just like some of these other guys, you really took a chance late on getting quarterbacks. So now you're stuck with Jay Cutler or Matt Castle. That's kind of going to hurt you a little bit, but I do think this Tim Hightower pick right here is probably going to work out for you. It's looking like from the preseason and from all the talk from the coaches from Washington that this guy could have a big season. Think you might do okay there, gave you a grade of a B. Overall, as a coach, I'm giving you a C because you do seem to make the playoffs from time to time and you take my advice. So I'm going to give you a C on that.
Let's move it over to why you ended me. Jay, I know you weren't here. I think if you would have let your wife pick this team, you'd be a playoff contender. Obviously, I sat right next to her. I heard all your picks on the phone. You went and got Brady again. You got Michael Turner, who's just an average back. In a point per reception league, he's not an all-star back. You got some decent wide receivers, but they have to do better than average. Your backup's Cobb if Brady goes down. Everything else is average. Your backup running backs are really, really shaky. So if you lose your starters, You're going to take your B team that you your C minus team that you drafted. Your coaching's grade is a D, and you're going to fail. You're going to miss the playoffs miserably. Should have let your wife pick the draft.
Playoffs? Playoffs? No playoffs for you. Ray Ray's uncle, love the name. My man Tom is coming in with a solid team. I can't give him any crap. I got to give him a B. I'm giving him a B alone just because he has Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. We all saw Thursday night. We know what this guy's going to do. As long as he stays healthy, he would have a beast of a season. He's decent at running back, nothing too great. Has a really a good number one wide receiver, and a good, strong possible, if you like playing spades, in Dez Bryant. I think overall, I got to give my man a B. I think he's doing okay. He'll do okay in the season. B for coaching, makes the playoffs, wins some championships, does a good job.
Mad Dog, Mad Dog. I don't know how this happened, but you pulled off a grade for a B for this draft. I think it was just pure luck. I don't know who you were on the phone with, but Jesus Christ, you took forever to pick. By the way, Miles Austin is still out for the season, in case you didn't know. Why you took a kicker that's not even going to score you any points this year? That's why I think you took a team that you drafted. You got a solid Rivers, your wide receiver's good, your running backs are solid, you got a B+ team, but your coaching grade is a C. And when you make choices like this, I'm going to change it to an F. I think you're going to fuck this thing off and you're barely going to make the playoffs.
Barely, but you did have a good draft. Pig Farmer! My man Drew, I'm giving you a C because I do like your team. I just think they're slow starters, bro. Jamal Charles usually gets off to a slow start. Dwayne Bowe usually gets off to a slow start. Ryan Matthews definitely got off to a slow start because he got hurt. It would be splitting carries. So I think that you're okay there. You'll be all right. John the best usually gets off to a good start. But I think you're really hurting, just like the other B teams that I've went through, at quarterback again. You're putting all your hopes on Josh Freeman. Don't know how that's going to work out for you. You better hope this Julio Jones kid does something for you this year. Overall, I'm giving you a C. And as a coach, I'm giving you a C because you do a pretty good job of making adjustments throughout the season.
Corey, thank you for your cash. Love the name. Now, your first three, four picks, you were in this thing, okay? Then after that, I don't know where you went. I think you were playing Madden because look, you went Beanie Wells, Reggie Bush, Kenny Britt, Austin Collie. That brings this grade down to a C. You had an A team going here with McNabb, Spiller, and Terrell Owens, who isn't even on. He can't even walk. I watch every Sunday night. He can't even walk. Your coaching grade's a C. You're average at best. You got an average team. That means you're going to miss the playoffs.
Missed the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Corey missed the playoffs. G-Man, what's going on? C+ for you, Scott. You should get at least a C+. I think that's a low grade for you just because you had the number 2 position picking in the draft this year. You took Ray Rice, Steven Jackson, and Akeem Nicks did really great here. You were gone. Dallas Clark, Peyton who? Oh, I'm sorry. Peyton not playing this season. That's the problem. You don't have a quarterback. Ben Roethlisberger is not going to take you to the championship. Ben Roethlisberger does not win Chicago Bears Fantasy Football League championship. That's what's going to hurt you. After this, you just went to the old man league. Ricky Williams, LaDainian Tomlinson. I'm like, how many more old men that's about 35 do you want to put on your team? I'm giving you an overall C+ because you start off well. B as a coach because you do all right and you do make the playoffs.
That brings us to the defending Super Bowl champion. Now, we know that every now and then a squirrel finds a nut, and that's what happened last year. But this year, this guy's got a solid team. He's got the #1 draft and the #1 pick in the draft, and it shows. I mean, he starts off on fire. He's got tight ends at wide receivers that are possibly going to put up 20 points a week. Folks, if Antonio Gates and Jason Witten throw up 20 points a week, and Nate Burleson has an above-average year because Stafford can stay healthy and is on fire, guys, he's going to score 127 points a week. We're going to have to pray like hell that we can keep up with this dude. Unless there's a big injury to Foster or Schaub or someone like that, the dude's probably going to be in the mix. He's an A for a coach because somehow he's always in this thing. I give him an A for his draft because when you're #1, if you don't get an A for a grade as a draft in that #1 position, then you don't belong in this league, fellas. So that's our grades for the draft. What we're going to do now is we're going to move over to the matchups this week. So we're going to start off with the first game. We got Slam versus Mad Dog. Who do you like in this, D?
Slam versus Mad. I got Mad Dog winning this. Mad Dog, like I said, from the draft, you got a good team. I think you're going to start off on a roll. Slam, you suck.
I got Mad Dog 105, Slam 94. I got Mad Dog winning it. We're going to go to Ray Ray's uncle versus G-Man. We're already off and starting. I've already thrown 33 on the board. G-Man, I don't think you have enough this week. I'm going to take you 121-98.
I agree. I'm not even going to say a whole lot. Ray's uncle in a windfall. Easy.
Big timers to crazy coups. D, who do you like?
Easy big timers on this one. Big timers had an average draft, but I think that he's off to a good start already. I think he's going to do well. Washington State, my man, the crazy Cougs, I think you're going to start off a little slow this season.
God, I wanted to agree with him here, Mel, but I can't because I took coaching into effect here, and Crazy Cougs knows how to get his team ready for Sunday. I think he's going to upset you 93-92. I'm going Crazy Cougs.
All right, my man, All Day versus the Pig Farmers. Steve, I got your back this week, man. I think you're going to start off on fire this year. I like your team starting off today. Even though Chris Johnson might not give you so many points, I do think you're going to win this one over Pig Farmers.
I agree. Drew, I'm sorry to hear about the puppies. Hope everything's doing good at home. I just don't think you're going to match up this week. I think you're going to lose by about 10. But, you know, hey, hang in there. This is the dog year. We're going to bring this back, and we're going to do well.
All right, my man Cash. Cash, I got you over while you envied me. I think your team is actually decent this year. I think it's solid. Jay, I think, made some questionable choices later on in the draft that might hurt him with his depth. But I think you're going to win this week. Cash takes it.
Yeah, Corey's got too much talent here. Jay's a little weak in this matchup. I got Corey 110-94 taking this.
All right, and the last one is He Hate Me versus D's Nuts. Mr. Benji, that one's easy. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to win that shit, Benji, because you suck, you sorry. I'm glad you got back in here so that everyone can get an easy win. It's almost like a bye. You just automatically get a win and shit.
Yeah, Benji, if it wasn't for your wide receivers this week, you're probably not even going to score 100 points. I got you scoring 100. That's only because I love you. I think you get beat by 25 plus in this week. I got D taking this. So there's our picks. See how we do next week. We're here to bring it each week. We're going to have 16 shows guaranteed this week or this year. Next week is going to be me and Steve bringing you Kowalski's Corner. Have a good weekend. Stay healthy. Stay classy, San Diego.
That's it.